Magic Duels. Let's try to create a new deck. Great. Alright, let's see how good this deck wizard is. What type of deck would you like to create? Magical armor, best if you're starting out. Horde's Thunder. More lands mean bigger creatures to smash your enemies with. Control the sky. Wild Assault. Tactical tricks. Push through. Elvish army, the right tools from the grave. Alright, well we got Nissa. Oh. Well, let's do assemble an overwhelming army of elves to begin with. How many elves can they possibly give you to begin with? Elf Lords. Include creatures and other cards that get better the more elves you have. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you put a 1/1 green elf warrior token. We have an Elf Lord. It's an easy gimme. Exile an elf card from your graveyard. Gets buffed. Discard an elf card. Target creature gets -X for X's number of elves you control. These elves are terrible. What? That's it? Okay. Next. Elf creatures. Oh, those are the lords. Cheap aggressive elves in the first game. Okay, we want the Nissa. Easy choice. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Another one of those. One of those. Okay, I guess we'll put those in too, since we don't actually have any others. Fill your deck. Most decks want to include 20 or 30 creatures. Variety is good. Removal is key. Open to Gaia's Revenge. Doesn't seem to fit. That's an elf. It's 3 mana 2/1. Oh yeah, like cards. Alright, guess we'll put some Hunt Beast in. Some spirits. Guess we put Gaia's and thingamajig in. Chorus of Might. Ugh. Turn another target creature. Okay. I have to remember that 2/1s are a lot better in Magic. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Alright, sure. Gravedigger. That's a good card. Well, I mean, it's a relatively good card. Oh, Timberland God. Oh, that's not an elf. Still probably the best. Child of Night. So much for my elf deck. Lands. The recommended number and type of lands have automatically been added to your deck. 6, 12, and 2. Can I get more woodland cemeteries, please? Please? Okay. Customize your deck. Okay. We've got like the dead elf. That makes sense. Oh, and the background. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Wow, a lot of good black-green backgrounds. Sure, we can have like the dead elf against the pretty background. Elvish Fury. We'll call this Bad Elves, which is a dual meaning on the Black Elves being bad, and also this being a bad elf deck. Wow, very pretty. They give you a star rating. That's cute. Solo battle. Let's go. Let's start with an easy duel. Okay. My deck is really bad right now. I'm actually ashamed of this deck. At the beginning of each game, you draw a hand of 7 cards. If you don't like your opening hand, you may take a mulligan. If you take a second mulligan, and drawing another 7. If you take a second mulligan, you'll draw 1 fewer card. In most cases, you should take a mulligan if you have fewer than 2 lands or more than 5 lands. Worth mentioning that one of the things I don't like in the base rules of Magic is that you actually don't get the freebie mulligan. Looks like in this game you get a little bit of a friendlier mulligan where you get 1 freebie. Okay, I've got like 1 card that I can play, but that's a 2-mana 1/1, so let's draw a new hand. Okay, that's a lot better. The penalties for mulliganing are really high, like getting rid of... Is it really recommending I play a forest over my tap land on turn 1? You scumbag to... No. Die. Creature tokens are created by spells and abilities. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. It pops up the skill quest because I have that card in my deck, huh?
Tokens follow all the same rules creatures do. They can attack and block.
Yeah, I guess tokens do have different rules.
If a token leaves the battlefield, it disappears.
Poof.
Tokens
Unlike Hearthstone, you can't put Huffer in your hand.
Or anywhere
That's
else.
right.
In this skill quest, defend yourself against your opponent's attack and attack for the win on your next turn.
Stop! Raise the alarm! There's a worm here! Easy.
Well played. Cards that create multiple tokens.
Any progress made or gold earned will not be recorded while offline. Oh well. That's fine. Alright. I don't have anything, so I'll play the tap land. Very slow deck. Wow, that's a good card. Unlike my deck. I think I might lose. Right, you can use these after the thing. The abilities are also summoning sick. You can block immediately, but that would be terrible. X is the number of elves you control. Yeah, that's pretty handy. But I can play this and then... But I kind of want to not discard that elf. I don't know why my elf deck has an accursed spirit in it, but, you know, that's how I roll at the beginning. So I'm going to attack with this since I don't actually intend on... Well... Actually... I'm not going to attack with it. There's like some world where you would play a buff on this, and then I would actually discard this and kill that. It's like a hedge. Exile an elf. Use the mana typing button to cycle through available mana combinations to pay for this ability. Oh, useful. Alright, well. It's pretty good. Got my double elf generation out there. Soon he's gonna get overrun. Like, I'm a little afraid to attack into him because he's got 4 land attack untapped. Yeah, I'm just gonna not. Because that thing is such a big deal. I'm a chicken. One of the check lands. Nice little compromise between the tap land. This is like strictly better than Guild Gate. Other than the fact that that's a gate. Anyways. Look at all that value. It's a shame that this is... It's like, what is this doing in my deck? Anyways. Alright. No, you had nothing. Oh my gosh, 8 minions on my battlefield. How is that possible? When this creature dies, draw a card. Yeah. Oh, that's good. It auto taps my land in the most efficient way. That's nice. Ooh, Nissa. I guess I'll keep the Gravedigger too for my Nissa later. Wow, that was super good. Gimme, gimme. Oh, that actually doesn't work. Anyways. No, UX sounded. Clearly I haven't played Nissa before, my bad. Anyways, let's see, what is this? 4-2, so all I need to do is like get some random guy in front. Not only do I get Nissa, I get 2 1/1s also, the value. Control one of each legendary permanent. If a player controls 2, the player chooses one of them and puts the rest into their owner's graveyard. Back in my day, by the way, it used to be that there's only 1 legendary per field, and then like you would counter the opponent's Jace by playing Jace. And that was all kinds of silly. Anyways, I'm glad that got changed. Choose a basic forest. Which one looks prettiest? This one. That one looks pretty cool. Wait, I get 2? Oh, confirm. When do we transform? Oh, whenever a land. Okay. Could have considered playing that last turn, I guess, then. I mean, next turn instead of this turn. I'm gonna want to hold 1 back to block. Return target tapped creature to its owner's hand. Okay. Want to get my Nissa value though. Oh, what is this? Foundry of the Consuls. Sacrifice. Put 2 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact. That's cool. Alright, land time. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that's so much value. Alright, so he blocks my 2 toughest ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of nice. Oh, and I've got an elf in my graveyard, I'm sure. Yep. But, you know, he's got 2 mana untapped, so he could theoretically stop lethal. Alright. Wapow! Go! 5/1/1 tokens. Those elves are out of control. Whoop! Okay, we're good. You've constructed your own deck and taken on powerful planeswalkers. You've unlocked every play mode. Great. Quests. Alright, we got Jace, Liliana, Chandra, and Nissa. Anyway, since my favorite color is blue and white, I'll go with Jace next. You are Jace Bellerin, a 13-year-old living on one of the towering mage rings of Vrine. You're natural at mind magic. It's difficult to connect with others, as you are painfully aware that they think you're a freak. Oh, poor Jace. You often seek the solitude afforded by the apex of the mage ring. It's the only place where the thoughts of others can't reach you and bombard your mind. Mage ring bullies. Oh man, you gotta stomp those bullies. This hand... it's kinda questionable. Let's toss it. Rip. Alright, let's draw a new hand. Oh hey, welcome to the main thing I don't like about Magic. Like, the first mulligan, it was nice because like it was a freebie. And now we're gonna just fall into the pit of despair as we draw new hands. Okay, at least that hand's keepable. It's okay, we can win with this 5-card hand. But yeah, like I said previously, blue-white is my favorite combination. It has the card draw and support from blue, and has like the... white can do, or at least back in my day, white could do a variety of things, which helped against the field, helped to stabilize things. When it's blocked, it deals 1 damage to that creature. Don't block me, bro. I want to keep my Azure Mage around. Azure Mage. Ugh. Alright. Three mana, 2/3. Good enough. Got the Inferno Fist. That seems to have been done in the wrong order. Mistake. Could use that ability to draw a card before it died, but that would have been too slow. So that was like a 3 damage, or 3 mana deal 2 damage. It's kind of sad. This trades, which is unfortunate, but... But I got it someday. Phantasmal Dragon, 4 mana, 5/5 with a slight drawback. A slight drawback. It's okay, I'm sure he has nothing, right? Oh, sick, he has nothing. Look at all the land he has. Reckless Brute. Haste. Alright, I'll... Oh, he played that on the main phase. Second main phase. So that he couldn't attack with it. So that he could block with it, I guess? Brilliant play. Kind of. Possibly. Oh, that fist can get me here. Let's see if the AI is good enough to fist my dragon. Oh, alright, good enough. Volcanic Drake. Ooh. Fast dragon. Chooses not to charge with it because he feels the fear. I imagine this is a lot what Inspire will feel like, where you've got a creatures with benefits, which you can use over turns. And the nice thing about Magic is my dear 2/1 is not just going to get destroyed by everything that the opponent can do. I kind of still want my guy. Can take the pain. It's all good. Wait. Stop. End. Okay. Gimme. None of my things are a really good answer. I probably should have blocked the 3/1, but I'm super greedy. Need a better answer than this. Ugh. Oh, I got one. Oh, that's really good. Return target creature to the owner's hand. I guess I'll get the Volcanic Dragon. Oh, he has no cards in hand though. These guys all have haste. I guess I stopped the Hound. I'll go face. The 2/1 kind of wants to block the 3/1. But I think I'm okay trading 2 for 3 right now. Oh, never mind. I have the 2/2. That's right. I know he has 2-1, so I can't lethal him, so I guess I'll block. This looks like it's gonna be kinda close. That would kind of be interesting if, like, Taunt in Hearthstone had the option to optionally block. This is gonna be a really close finish. But I'm going to win the long game because of this. Okay, so it looks like I attack with my Nimbus, and then he would be forced not to attack because then I could attack him for 6 in the air. It might look like I could just double block the dragon, but as it turns out, like, since he's top decking, and he doesn't have lethal here, it's an interesting attack. I want to save that, because this card wins me the game in the super long game. Oh wait, I completely forgot about that ability. I'm a dummy. Oh boy. I am so dumb. It's kind of the effect of having, like, the text be so small too and upside down. When you're not that familiar with them, you can just auto. I feel so dumb though. It's because I am dumb though. I have to block this. No, I don't have to block it. It's optional. Yeah. It's like we're entering the desperation block times now. It feels bad. I probably would have won if I hadn't made that really bad mistake. Yeah, I can zoom in, read the cards, but who's got time for that? Alright. Ugh. Oh! Oh no. It's... God, never mind. We'll pretend that didn't happen. I didn't just lose on the first mission. Okay, that's a better hand. Let's be real, my cards kind of sucked too. Like these blue creatures have never been like. What am I doing playing with like 3 mana, 2 3s, and 2 2s? They make me cry. Whatever. What is this deck even trying to do? Blame the deck, not me. Even though I could have won the last game with better play. I'm sad. Oh, so sad. Alright. I can't. The bullies. They won that one. That sucks. Okay. That red deck was just too fast. That's a nice tempo card there. Don't want to put it on that one though. I mean, it's okay. Makes him spend his mana on that again, but maybe I can find a better target. This one should be pretty straightforward. Both of us attack each other until we die. He can't block me, and I don't want to block him because my creatures are too valuable. Come on, Jace. Fire Blast. Furnace Swap. Alright, that's a good one to avoid mage. Another reckless brute. What a scumbag. Why don't you play a real deck, bullies? I mean, the awkward thing though is that my creatures are like the worst possible to deal with a 3/1 because I have 2 3s and I have like 2 2s which have special abilities. I mean, my creatures are just too valuable. Where are my eager cadets? Why do I have this deck? Why do I have this in my... Shuffle all cards from your graveyard into your library. Target player puts that many cards from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Is this supposed to be a mill deck? And no, I'm not gonna block. Furnace Swap. Ugh. Well, I mean, I knew he had that card in his hand though. Oh, one thing in Magic that's not in Hearthstone is if you try to draw a card from your deck and you fail to, you actually lose the game. Which is kind of amusing because then these types of decks, mill decks, are a lot more viable. Alright, I'm scared. Though, don't really see the mill strategy from this deck yet. To be honest. I seem to have 1 mill card in my deck. One of the first decks I actually played, since I loved blue-white, when I was newer to the game, was the blue-white millstone deck. Just kill them slowly with millstone, and that was a lot of fun. The bullies, it looks like, got mana flooded. That's what you get for being bullies. Deck upgraded. Alright. Enraged by your defiance, the bullies throw you off the ring. Desperately cling to the edge, and before you know what's happening, you telepathically force one of the bullies to save your life. The danger abilities pose has become readily apparent. A Sphinx arrives. Having heard about the incident, he's a mind mage and a political arbiter. You leave your home to train with Alhamret, hoping that he can help you control your abilities. He frequently tests your progress. The good old story of Jace. I like the concept behind this set of Origins, where you're learning about the 5 main planeswalkers and where they come from. Alright, 3 land. Mix of cards. Cancel. Cool. Back in my day, cancel used to cost 2 mana and was ridiculously OP. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. Alright. Guess I cannot pay 1. Rip. You got me. Sphinx's tutelage. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. If they're both non-land cards that share color, repeat this process. It's gonna be pretty vicious against my deck, which is monocolored. Kind of have to kill him before he mills me. Defender, a 0/5. Okay. If they're both non-land cards that share color, so I guess I had a land in there. Come on, island! Divination, almost as good. Almost. Yes. No point in attacking, because he would just block with his wall. And in Magic, creatures regain their full health at the end of the turn. I only have a 28 card deck left. We're not playing with full decks. Go ahead and play my 5 mana 3/3. That lack of value. These decks aren't very strong through the tutorial. Well, through the single player. He did something on my turn. Drew 2 cards. Oh, that's not good for me. Rip my deck. Draw a card, then discard a card. Oh my gosh. We have to kill him faster. He misplayed because he could have done that at the end of the turn. But of course, AI will misplay. Okay, I've got a long ways to go. So yeah, the big thing, one of the big things, well, it's actually not even a big thing, it's kind of a small thing. One of the things in Magic is that when you run out of a deck and you're drawing a card, you actually instantly lose the game, as opposed to go into fatigue. So I'm very close to the point of instantly losing the game. Goliath, oh my gosh. Okay, I do have the bounce sky though. Get out of here. Face. Okay. So I just need one more attack. But if he just plays his Sphinx. Oh, only 3 cards left in my deck. Oh boy. I'm gonna need a good card off the top here. Island. I am 1 damage off lethal. Well, I get to find out what's in my deck. Would have saved me. What kind of terrible deck is this? We got this Psychic Spiral. Shuffle all cards from your graveyard into your library. Target player puts that many cards from the top of his... Yeah, that would be good. Do I have the 1 Psychic Spiral? Alright, Phrase. Oh, I'm actually 4 damage off lethal. Oh right, he blocks the dragon, of course. Yeah. Darn, that was 1 turn short. Well, that card is incredibly vicious against this deck when we don't actually play a full 60 card decks yet, since it looks like, what, I have 31, 35, 39, 41, and it's 44 cards. So he had like a 16 card head start, since usual Magic decks have... Stop DMing me. Have 60 cards in them. Rip. It's kind of cool how he has a mill deck. If only my deck weren't so pathetic. Oh, it's actually a third. Oh no. Okay, that's a good hand. I mean, the deck. So one of the things about blue is that it's known for having weak creatures. You can kind of see it here. It's like a 2 mana 2/1, a 3 mana 2/3, a 5 mana 3/3. Obviously, the cards that are actually here though are far weaker than usual. This guy has actually got... This opponent has kind of a coherent strategy where he's got this wall and then he puts out that enchantment and then just mills you. I actually think his deck might be favored, because this deck has absolutely no pressure to it. Oh my gosh, Wall of Air. Okay, so those 2 cards, he easily blocks me out for a while. No, I want to be playing his deck instead of mine. So I cannot attack profitably here, so I'll just wait. Once I get both Nimbus of the Isles out. Oh my gosh, another Wall of Air. Rip me. Oh, I got the Psychic Spiral though. That's good. I think if I get this card I can't lose against the Sphinx. Oh, I forgot to draw a card at the end of my turn there. Yeah. One of the things... I mean, these cards are like too small to read. I do have that criticism. Whenever a source deals damage to Bell Tower Sphinx, that source's controller puts that many cards from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Like, I just completely forgot that this was here. Alright, I'll play this one. I mean, like, if it was the full picture, like Hearthstone, then I might be reminded more. And, like, I'm not in love with my cards yet, so I can't immediately be like, oh yeah, I have that chick. But yeah, I missed at the end of the turn just drawing a card here. Alright, the tutelage. It's okay. I will let him mill me entirely, and then I psychic spiral him. What pow. And we're just gonna kind of sit here. One of the things about Magic, which is really different from Hearthstone, is that the defender gets to make the options on which stuff goes where, so... There's a lot more games where both players just sit around. Oh, I would want to just make sure to draw the card at the end of turn now. He's got 3 walls, and my guy can take it. Wow, another tutelage? It just kills him faster, right? Sure. Knock yourself out. So whenever he draws a card, he's going to mill me for at least 4. So this is a game where we are just going to kind of both sit around until I psychic spiral him out of the game. I mill him for like 20 instantly. Although there's some chance that I have a stack of blue cards together and then I lose. Goliath Sphinx. Okay, we can cancel that one. Countered. Okay. Are we almost in the time to oh. Okay. Yeah, I'll double block this. And at the end of the turn, I'll psychic spiral him out of the game. Stop! Pow! I'll just be shuffling my 25 cards in. You enjoy your 25 card deficit. What pow? Yeah, I'll just kind of chill. Hopefully he doesn't actually mill 29 cards by the time he has like 3 turns. That seems very unlikely. Riddle Keeper. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker, that creature's controller puts... I'll never attack him. It's fine. That was kind of an interesting game. I'm amused that they put as like the second game of the second round as a really likely situation where you would deplete the opponent's library. Got him. You've bested Alhamret and proved your power, but something's gone wrong. Energy swirls around you and it feels as though you're rising away from Vryn itself. Dampens your magic, pulls you back, and wipes the incident from your memory. Ready for a real mission. Arbor of Peace, up-to-date intelligence from the front lines. Mind magic to defeat the guards, get the plans. Cool stuff. The Trovian Separatists. What color will they be playing? I'm gonna guess red. That's alright. Oh, black, because they're evil. Okay. Ooh. Walking corpse. Okay. Oh, did I not have a 2-drop this time? No. Now, not that they're evil, it's just that they're corrupt. They're rebelling. Rebels are white, too. And black. And I think there were some red ones. I wonder why they have walking corpses in the rebel camp. Probably best not to think too hard about these things. Ah, my mighty 2-3 will get your zombies real good. Mind Rot. Target player discards 2 cards. Ah, one of the things in Magic that isn't in Hearthstone. Disruption. Alright, let's get rid of this useless Turn the Tide. And cancel, I guess, because I want to play both of these. Sadness. Phantasmal Dragon. OP. Hopefully. Should have waited before attacking. Yada yada. It's okay. His 2-2 and my 2-2, and like to explain combat, since that happened pretty quickly. He has 2 2-2s. I have a 2-3. His 2 2-2s deal 4 damage collectively to my guy. I deal 2 damage to one of them. He has a Mutilate. All creatures get -1/-1. That's insane. I mean, that's pretty good. That's alright for both of us. Gravedigger digs up one of his 2-2s, I assume. Nice solid card. I had drafted this card a lot back in the day. And can't attack because my mighty dragon is in the way. Alright, divination. All his cards are two. He only has one card left in his hand. Anyways, my guys all fly, and his guys are terrible. Looks like he got too much mana. I'll return that, I guess. Why not? Quag Signix. -1/-1 for each swamp. -8, -8. It's okay, whenever this was targeted, it would die anyways. Walking Corpse, and he's out of cards. I'm gonna be holding my island here as a bluff. Not that the AI can really be bluffed. Some people hold one island to bluff the opponent into thinking like that they have something. But something slightly less known is you can hold two islands to also bluff. It's slightly higher of a risk because you can only play one land each turn, but it's basically worthless anyways. Oh, joy. There. If this were a real match, I might even hold the third one. Well, looks like we both just drew a lot of land. And that's one of the big differences between Magic and Hearthstone as well. Each card you draw has the potential to be absolutely worthless. Like in Hearthstone you can get some pretty bad draws in the late game, but in Magic your card can literally do nothing if you just get too much land and you don't need it. But that's why it's really important to have some deck filtering in your deck, some deck searching to construct it well with enough land. The Rebels are scrappy fighters, but they're no match for you. You best your defenses, pull the location for their planned attack from a tactician's mind, and report your findings. Knowing one side's plan isn't enough. Needs intel from both sides for successful arbitration, so you're off again. You're into more troops than you were expecting. Someone important must be visiting the camp, which raises the challenge and its reward. Is the other side going to be white? Amperin Core Soldiers. Oh, I got the Sphinx's tutelage. This is a really, really slow hand, but this deck is so bad that I'm just going to keep it. This deck has I mean, the early game cards aren't even that strong. Oh man, he's starting with a 1 mana 2/1. Okay, I might get overrun. Yeah, but tutelage is really, really strong against these slow decks, which are only one color. Just have to survive long enough. Need some walls. I want Wall of Air. Oh my gosh. 1 drop, 2 drop. I might just die. At least I have enough land to play the Phantasmal Dragon next turn. One of the big things, well, not a big thing. I keep saying one of the big things. Another difference in Hearthstone is that they have another type of card called an enchantment, which is something that can't be interacted with. unless like they have something that interacts with enchantments. So all these creatures. Wow, that's a really aggressive opening. Rip me. But the good news is with just one Phantasmal Dragon, I can stop a lot of the bleeding. Choose an opponent. Because I drew a card. One drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Sure does beat my 3 drop, which does nothing, into my 4 drop, which will die to the slightest poke. Alright. Block the 3/2, which gives his other guys +1. And once I get another guy out, I'll be able to block 2. Oh, uh-oh. Target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn. Surprise. Oh my gosh. Rest in peace. He made his guy a 5/6, and wow. And now it gets healed back to full, and that's an instant. And now I get eager cadetted to death. Oh, that's so sad. You win this one, friend. Alright, I got my 2, 3, 4, 5 this time, so that's something. Oh, and my opponent actually missed his 1 drop and 2 drop, so it looks like I'm going to win this game. Mentor of the Meek. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less, you may pay 1 if you do draw a card. Oh. Alright, let's give him the option to make a mistake here. I'll attack into him. See if he blocks with his obviously more valuable creature. Chooses not to. Yeah, next turn I will definitely be returning that. It's a card draw engine. I think I'm willing to trade this for that. Yeah, this not being able to be blocked is not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal, but I just value his creature that highly. Since it appears that his hand is mostly land, because otherwise he'd be playing stuff. Oh, but now I don't actually. I can just draw a card. Really slow start this time. Angel's Mercy. Lovely. Very much like Hearthstone. Your life total usually doesn't matter too much in this game. It's all about the, oh, stop. I was very surprised when it went to the end phase. You gotta keep on your toes in this one. They make it move at a more rapid pace. Jace's Phantasm. +4/+4 as long as an opponent has 10 or more cards in the graveyard. Interesting. Otherwise, you missed the instant phase. This one's kind of fits the theme of the deck. Wow, the opponent only has land. Rip him. Whoa. Oh! Top decked an eager cadet! Now he's getting started. Don't want this to trade for an eager cadet, so wapow. Oh, my guys are flying! He can do nothing about that. I have 3, 6, 7. I already have a 9 on the field the next turn, so I think I pass on my chance to do anything. Actually, I'm just gonna draw the card now. I was gonna be fancy and then like draw into something else, but yeah, divination. That's some value. Wow, this guy just got completely destroyed by his draw. I wonder if AI mulligans. Based off of this hand, I don't think they mulligan. Oh, I actually just, I missed lethal. That's kind of sad. Whatever. If I bounced the eager cadet, but I wasn't really thinking about that. Alright, I'll hold the mana available to cancel whatever he does. Easy game. Alright, I'll let him... Maybe I should have blocked so I could have perfected him. I don't know if that's an achievement. Whatever. I love these hands where I have like multiple counter spells in there. And then I full control. You deal with the guards and find the general who's visiting the camp. You delve into his mind and see detailed battle plans. Then you go further. Read his memories and see a meeting with a shadowy informant, one with a familiar face. Yours. Whoa, twist. You've learned the truth. Alara has been using you as a go-between, selling intel to both sides and wiping your memories regularly. He's even concealed your nature as a planeswalker. Sphinx unleashes a devastating psychic attack. Wow, the plot twist. Mind games. Alara is too tough to defeat in physical combat. Exhaust his mental resources by making him draw from an empty library, and you win no matter what his life total is. I learned that the first time around. Well. That strategy would argue against keeping a hand like this, but hey, it's got land and stuff. Good enough. Now, it looks like we both actually have 60 card hands here. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by Fog Bank. So, that would be kind of cool if he has just like an all-the-wall and mill deck. In which case, his deck would be strictly better than mine almost. But I can put him on a 20-turn clock with the Phantom Warrior. Oh, that is flying too. What a pain. Brittle Keeper. Whenever a creature attacks you, milling happens. Okay. Jace's Mindseeker. Target opponent puts the top 5 cards into his or her graveyard. You may cast an instant or sorcery card from among them without paying the mana cost. So that's really good in this matchup. Yeah, I'm probably not going to kill him on health, so let's just not worry about the Phantom Warrior. Unsummon. Okay, whatever. Wait, that puts me at a 7 card. Oh, it's okay, because I discard at the end. Hand limit in Magic is 7. But it only is checked at the end of your turn. Counter target creature spell. Alright, you got my 3 mana 2/3. You got me. It's okay, I got my Nimbus of the Isles to... Oh, counterspelled again. Counter target creature spell. No problem. I'm just, now you will face the Mind Seeker. Though maybe I should, bait him into countering, like, one of these. Still got one more card. I'll wait a turn. There's no rush. Baited and outsmarted with a blind phantasm. One more counter spell. Is he out? Yeah, it looks like he's out. This is actually a very simplified but real application of what actually happens in real Magic games, where you try to bait out the counter wall. Another Fog Bank, whatever. I played control versus control matchups for quite some time, because control was strong. Oh my gosh, traumatized. Puts the top half of his or her library into his or her graveyard. That's pretty good. I guess I should do this first while he's got more cards, but this is a strong... I'll just traumatize him now. That's a fun card to have in this deck. Rip. I want to see his deck. Did he have... Oh, he has a traumatize in his deck. Vision Schemes. Riddle Keeper. Another card that punishes attacking face. It's okay, I'll never attack face. Clash of Wills. More counters. Draws from both. Essence Scatters. Alright. Time to Mind Seek him. Did I get anything? How long can I cast this for? You may cast an instant or sorcery card from among them without paying its mana cost. So I guess that lasts forever. And I have Unsummon, I have Clash of Wills. Oh, I have another Traumatize. Okay. So those are the... These are the cards, right? Maybe I'll just Traumatize them. Wait, how did this happen? The pop into you may cast and... Oh, I'm in the attack phase. Skip. Wait, what? I want to cast Traumatize. What happened? Rip. I guess I clicked continue or something. Traumatize, boys. Wah. Interface too hard for me. I missed the timing. Alright, gotta... I must have played this and then click continue. I hope, maybe. Or maybe the card is bugged in this instance. Yeah, I pressed continue. I just didn't understand how it works. My bad. Maybe. It didn't even mill the 5 cards. Okay, maybe I'm not that bad at the game then. That's good to know. Yeah, I can actually void mage my own Mindseeker. And that could be worth. We'll try it again. That is, of course, pretty serious if the card is actually bugged and doesn't work as it is supposed to. Alright, Mindseeker, here we go. Get him. Oh! Counter target creature spell, draw cards equal. Oh my gosh. Rip. Oh, that's not good. I just got owned. I'll hold the mana for cancel. I thought he was out of spells. Well, that's kind of silly. Whatever, fine. Actually, I kind of need to play this, right? I can take the 2 this turn. That's fine. More important to, like, see if there's anything catastrophic that happens that needs to be cancelled. Flash of Wills, counter spell unless pay that much. I'll let you take that. Irrelevant. Unsummon. Okay. Oh, Psychic Spiral. Alright, so I win if I get this to resolve, but first I need to get through his counter wall. Okay. What's cool is that I can actually mill myself with the Riddle Keepers. And then I Psychic Spiral him. But first I need to check to see whether or not he had counters. Or this will mill myself for 5. When I deal 5 damage to that. Sphinx's Tutelage. So I'm just saving the 8 mana to protect my Psychic Spiral with the cancel in case he cancels my Psychic Spiral. Each player draws 2, okay. Rest in peace. You have what? When did I get 31 cards in here? Oh my gosh! That tutelage! Holy crap! Look at all those blue cards in a row. Whoa. Okay. Alright, alright. Yeah, Psychic Spiral. Alright. Take that. That's Sphinx, man. Okay, this there was no sound on the last time, so let me attempt to do it. Vroom, 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 vroom. I have bound you under my power now, silly Sphinx. By the power of islands, I have the power. Your duel with Alara shatters both of your minds. In the process, your planewalker spark ignites, sending you to the plane of Ravnica, leaving precious few fragments of your memory intact. As you reassemble your identity, you come to see the plane-spanning city as a place you can finally call home. Ravnica, that was a fine block. I like that one a lot. Alright, that's Jace's story.